Hello, dear friends. Shoot mutngay, tutlay. Good day to you all. Mayong adlaw ka natong tanan. Buenos dias a ustedes. See, the weather here in Manila and probably all over the world is so unpredictable. But this Sunday, notwithstanding the unpredictability of the weather, we've got good news. Dear friends, Jesus is our only way to the Father, and there is no other. Someday, the disciples of Jesus will also reach the final destination of Jesus, their teacher. But here on earth, each of them will have to walk on the ways marked for them by Jesus Himself. For now, it is sufficient for them to know the general direction, but gradually, on the way, each one will have to make a personal decision for himself every moment of his life, how to get to the final destination. Just as Jesus is the presence of the Father, so each one, as a Christian, ought to be the presence of Christ to one another. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Each one who follows Christ follows Him in love and truth. Each one who follows Christ promotes life equally for everyone and for all of creation, because everyone and all of creation is now part of Christ. Today is All Souls Day. In the human tradition, we honor our ancestors who have gone before us. Different faiths and different religions have their own respective ways of identifying the final destination of the dead. Some believe in the reincarnation. One's life today is reincarnated into some forms of material life after death, depending on whether one's earlier life was good or bad. Others believe in the final release of the spirit that was imprisoned by the flesh, by the body, by material existence. The soul will either fly to the heavens to join the Great Spirit or go to some place of punishment, again, depending on how one's earlier life was like. These days, our Mother Church reminds us of our final destination, to be with Christ in the fullness of life. Yesterday, the feast of all the saints, people who were victorious against every trial, purified in their sinfulness by forgiveness and love, and are now fully with God. Today, the feast of all the faithful departed, men and women who are on their way after life here on earth to the fullness of life, needing the forgiveness and love that only God can give on their way to Christ, but in need of further purification, so they may be cleansed and ready for the white clothes in our real home, to be with God. Dear friends, I know that some of you are still grieving over the loss of our beloved. I know that some of us cannot yet accept the reality of death of our beloved and are probably angry with God and with ourselves. But others are happy too, because their beloved cannot have anything better than the more direct way of love purified, of a road better identified, of truth more revealed, of life more just. Our beloved dead are free with God. Let us pray for them, for the forgiveness of their sins and the purification of their love. We ask them to pray also for us, because their prayers are more powerful now than ever, that they are closer to God. And we thank God for the way, the truth, and the life, Jesus the Christ.